We are back here in Columbus, Ohio tonight, a stone's throw from the Capitol Dome. And if you're wondering how crucial this Buckeye state is politically, just remember that quote from my colleague Tim Russert back in '04, and it went something like this: Ohio, Ohio, Ohio. Tim was right then, and it remains true today. This state made the difference for President Bush last time, so some here are stunned that a Republican Senator, Mike DeWine, is in trouble. The latest MSNBC poll has him down by 8 to opponent Sherrod Brown. DeWine is promising a win come election night, and Ohio is promising to be a bellwether state all over again. Just as the leaves in this part of Ohio are just now changing over from green to red, it's quite possible Ohio is changing over from red to blue.
I personally feel that we need a change. So, as far as the war, I definitely think we need a change.
In the town of Delaware, just outside Columbus, Bun's Restaurant is so famous, they're allowed a sign high above the middle of the street. Inside, you'll find Senator Mike DeWine running for his political life.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
He's a two-term Republican, a father of 8 whose only entourage is his wife, Fran, who famously hands out the family recipes in book form.
Have a cookbook. Have a cookbook.
Conservative to moderate, he voted for the war, but not always in lockstep with President Bush. He now sees the issue heading south, along with the president's approval rating.
Are you a fan of President George W. Bush?
I think George W. Bush is a very engaging, very likable person. I think that he has done a good job in many areas. The war on terror, he hasn't done everything right. The war in Iraq, clearly there were major mistakes made.
And when you travel to the north and to the left, you'll find DeWine's opponent, Democratic Congressman Sherrod Brown. He's a former Eagle Scout who majored in Russian studies at Yale. He's pro-abortion rights and anti-free trade. He doesn't think we should be in Iraq and doesn't like the way the war on terror is being fought.
We tell our grandmothers to take their shoes off at the airport, yet only 10% of cargo containers coming into our ports is inspected and screened. So clearly they've lost their focus on the war on terrorism. I want to protect my country, and I want to root out terrorism all around the world.
The two men don't get along. That was clear when they debated recently on Meet the Press.
If he had asked those same questions, we would have a Safer America today.
A chance to respond.
You are absolutely unbelievable.
The ad war here has also gotten nasty.
Sherrod Brown, I just don't trust you.
What kind of man would use our troops to smear his opponent? DeWine.
The two men are very different. The Cleveland Plain dealer said this is not a choice between Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Karen Kassler is a journalist who covers politics here in Ohio. Is Mike DeWine saying to himself, what happened?
He has to be. And I think when you look at the polls, what happened was the independents. The independents have turned Democratic, and that's changed the face of this contest. I think this state shows that nobody is safe. No seat is safe.
As Karen Kassler put it today in describing this state, Ohio is often where big companies test market new products because it is America in microcosm. And when Tim Russert and I join you this election night, we will see if, as Ohio goes, so goes the nation.